Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You gonna crack that beer?
Once we start the show.
Okay.
And let's start the show.
Everybody, welcome back. We are about to start the show as soon as Jake cracks his beer.
Okay.
So
here we go.
Let's wait for that. Welcome back to the.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's a very.
I'm so glad we got that on film.
Ooh, sweet.
That was a good one. Cheers, guys.
He did open it. All right. Cheers, you guys.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Small Town Jake's podcast. I'm Jake
Small Town
Carruthers.
Jake's podcast.
Here with my singing co-host, Jake Wilson.
Yeah.
Also our producer, Will.
Hey, everybody.
There, was that enough jingle for you?
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Gonna have a good old time on
The Small Town Jake's podcast.
podcast.
Did you forget the name of your own
I was
podcast?
like, wait, what was it again?
It's been a while.
Two Jakes, one.
Two Jakes, one podcast.
Is that it? Was it two Jakes? Nope,
We're
it's
just
not.
gonna switch
It's
it.
not that.
Yeah. But welcome back, everybody. We missed you. We were kind of had to take a little bit of a break because Jake Wilson has been all over.
I've been
everywhere.
MIA for
Fucking-
2 weeks.
He went down to Mexico.
Down to Mexico.
And where'd you go in Mexico?
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
Ah,
That's where you always go, right?
muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
Very good. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, that's like, it's kind of Italian. The way I was saying it.
It's Italian
Like Mafik.
in Mexico.
Your risotto is muy bueno.
I did go to an Italian restaurant while I was down there. In Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
And it was expensive. It was like U.S. expensive.
Oh.
Like, you know, you can get street tacos there
Thousands
for
of pesos.
20 pesos for, that's like $1.
Yeah.
$1 taco night.
Yeah, but
Every day.
how do you feel after you eat them?
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
That's not what I was asking.
So, as you
No,
all
no,
remember
it's-
from prior episodes, last time Jake went to Mexico,
Yeah.
which is like around this time last year, right?
Yeah.
We was so early that we
Was it
tried.
early on in the.
We actually tried to do a remote
Podcast.
recording session,
Yeah,
and it didn't work.
work.
And then I thought about
Jake
it
was so
recently because I
disappointed.
have the right equipment now,
Oh.
but you were just in a whirlwind of travel, so
Yeah.
we didn't try and.
Yeah.
But before, when you went to Mexico, you went to the street taco place and you had a horrible experience.
Death by
where you
taco.
got like a chunk of meat lodged in your throat.
Yeah,
And you
and-
were sick for hours. So
Couldn't
you
get it out.
obviously didn't go back to the same street taco place when you went down to Mexico this time, right?
Oh, I did. I call this my redemption taco, right? I
Did you
went
change your Yelp review? Your Mexican Yelp review? South American Yelp, is it different than regular Yelp?
South American. We're still in North
The
America.
little
and
taco
Mexico.
stands with Yelp reviews.
Yeah.
So you went back. You
Yeah, I went back. I ordered the same taco.
You're like, life's too short.
I'm like, just gonna eat this. Gonna do a lot of chewing
Well, have
before
some
I
water with
swallow.
me.
Yeah, let's get one of those Coca-Colas that you have to give the glass back because they recycle like religiously.
Nice.
They won't let you take the Coke bottle. They go, no.
No,
Take
put it
that.
back.
Those are the same Coke bottles that we have here that we just throw in the garbage.
Yeah.
Like the Mexican Coke that we buy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know.
Come
So
on,
you-
U.S.
so
Step it
You
up.
went,
So
you went back for redemption.
yeah, I went
was it-
there.
Did you almost choke and die again? What happened?
It was a really hot day again. And I went there and
I'm
I was
noticing
like,
a theme.
I forgot most of my
throat
Spanish,
was dry again.
and then I ate it really fast.
No.
And no, I got a birria taco. I'm working on rolling those R's.
Birria.
Birria. Birria.
Birria.
Ooh, that was actually a really good one, I think. Yeah. Got one of those tacos. Those ones are a little bit more expensive. They're not the typical 20 peso taco that you
Yeah.
can get.
Full 20, 25 pesos, 30 even.
I think it was a 35.
Ooh.
35.
Damn,
So it's
35 pesos?
35 pesos, man. That's almost $2.
Yeah. So
Ate it, had no problems. Took a picture of the taco before, just in case something happened to me. I'd be like, it was him.
it was this guy. It was this taco. It was,
And
put up wanted
thankfully
posters.
they didn't
Wanted-
recognize
this
me
Birria taco is wanted for the assassination
as-
of Jake Wilson.
as the tourist, the long-haired tourist that was puking beside their taco stand.
Do you remember me? My hair was a little bit longer. I was puking in that alley.
Yeah. No, I decided while I was out in Mexico to look up a barber and chop it all off.
I don't know if you're
is a
watching
Mexican
on YouTube,
haircut.
but as you can see, Wilson
it
has
out.
lost
It's
his
all-
locks.
The locks are gone. They're in some Mexican trash can right now, somewhere. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Being made into an-
they're making dolls that they sell on the street with your hair
Right?
to tourists from America.
Being made into wigs. They're like, oh yeah, we'll cut your hair.
Yeah.
Your
yeah,
hair
it was
is being used as like a disguise for some cartel member.
like a mustache.
Taped on.
Taped on mustache.
Hola.
Yes, your hair is being used to disguise some cartel member currently right now is what's happening. They're smuggling drugs using your hair.
Well,
But probably not taped on their face. 'Cause immediately at customs you're gonna be like, you, sir.
yeah. Well,
With the
now
taped-on
my
hair
face actually
mustache.
matches my passport photo. Before it was just like.
Oh, like your picture is short hair?
Yeah, I've got my picture.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I went to a barber there, and spoiler alert, barbers are different in Mexico.
Okay. Like explain.
I don't know. There's some things that happen
They
there.
don't cut your hair.
Does it have a happy ending? I don't know how different.
It was a pretty happy ending for me, I thought. I went there, and I only speak a little bit of Spanish, and I
A piquito?
poquito,
Poquito.
poquito, poquito.
Poquito, little.
Muy piquito.
But I looked up what the saying was for haircut. And it's corte de pelo. So I walked in there and I was like, corte de pelo. Right.
And they're like, no shit, it's a barbershop, asshole.
they're like,
Oh, you speak English.
yeah. They're like, see? And I'm like, corta. And then I didn't know how to say longer. Corta is short. So I was
Yeah.
like, corta for my sides.
Right.
And then I was,
Right.
and I have long hair. And he's like, corta? Do you mean this?
Are you sure?
And I'm like, shop.
Porque?
Corta. Corta de pelo. Lots of hair. Cut it all off.
So you want a nice bob, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Come out looking like a Karen.
Yeah. and I just didn't really know. He like showed me a picture of like kind of like the short on top with the like the flip up in the front.
Right.
The duck butt.
Right.
It's like, this is popular, right?
And
It's
I'm
it
like,
was,
I'm like,
it's like, no,
nah.
that's like 90s.
Nah, and then I like
US.
typed on my phone in the Google Translate. It's like, I like your hair. And like that's all I could think of to say, and it's like
He had like the same haircut as you, or
he had somewhat of the same haircut, and I was trying to say longer on top. I
make
typed
your
that in.
head my head.
Yes.
Cabeza.
Cabeza.
Semo.
Just add O at the end.
Yeah, that works. It works.
Me gusta. So he sat me down and got me all set up. That's the same, the little thing that goes around your neck, and then
Yeah.
the little cape the front cape that he puts on you and stuff. And he just like grabs my hair and he's like, I'm like, do it.
Yeah, yes. He's probably like, what the fuck are you doing in Mexico?
And then you
Getting a
immediately
haircut.
jump out of the chair and go, "What the fuck have you done?"
Yeah, the foot of my hair is gone, and he's using a weed whacker on it because there's so much hair. But after a minute, he asked me if I wanted to drink, like, agua. I was like, cerveza, and there's like I could see that there was like a bar over there. Like
In
this
the
is like it
barbershop?
was a barbershop and a bar or something. He goes, Pacifico? And I'm like, see?
That's fucking awesome.
So
dude.
he hands me over Pacifico. I'm sitting there like just trying to keep hair from like falling into my beer. I'm like,
Here
okay.
with the hair here.
Like moving my head around, just drinking.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But then he started talking about an iguana, and I'm like, iguana? What? And he's like, marijuana? I was like, he's like, do you smoke? He is like
Yeah.
he knew very little English, but he knew.
He's like,
do
you smell
smoke?
like weed.
It's like, "Do you
marijuana.
smell-" I must have a vibe because
Yeah, it was all the hair he was cutting off.
yeah.
There was a joint in this box.
And no
This
joke,
long-haired guy must really like.
no joke. He goes behind the bar, pulls up a bong. Now weed is illegal in
Mexico.
Mexico right now. Apparently, it's gonna be legalized. It's close. There's medical dispensaries. I did see one while I was there, but he starts loading up this bong and brings it over so I can smoke. And he's like, "Just go." And I took one hit.
I
I'm
want to
like,
go get my hair cut in fucking Mexico, dude. This sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
No shit.
Oh my god.
We're really close to being able to have like a full service, like, haircut dispensary consumption logo. We could jump on that, business market here in the state.
Dude, it was the
So
it
he
was the
smoked.
be-
So he smoked you a
smoked
bowl?
me out. Smoked me a bowl. I took like 3 hits in a row. He's like, just keep going, I'm like, all right.
He's like, I don't know. You like to
and
get
then
wet,
I'm like,
bro. It's
all
like,
right.
is
I'm
that
like, there you go,
PCP?
there you go, man. And he like stirs it up, and he takes a bong rip. The whole place is just smelling like weed. Mine, it's just me and him in there.
Yeah.
There's like no other coworkers, and it's just front door is open to a popular street, and I'm like, are we really just gonna like hotbox this fucking barbershop right now? He like immediately he got a hit that like really harshed him out, and he was like coughing. He kept on having to go. He was I was like,
Oh, you're lightweight, man. Don't fuck up my hair.
yeah.
So you should have just asked for the high and tight.
How would you say that? In I don't want to.
Hi.
Hi. All
And the
right.
tight.
Gotcha.
little
Gotcha.
tight.
I wasn't picking
That was
up
a
on
flat,
that one.
That joke went real flat.
Shit's tight.
It's because I'm.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't get.
awesome. So you got the best fucking haircut you've ever had.
Yeah. I was just like,
He
this
could
is
have
amazing.
fucked up your fucking dome, and you would have been like, dude, this is the best haircut I've
Yeah, I
ever
was like,
had,
this is-
man.
I don't even care. But I gave him a big old fat tip, like 30-something
yeah.
percent. It's
Nice.
like he only wanted 360 pesos for it,
I have no idea how much
For-
money that
for-
is in
well,
real
let's see,
life.
we
which
said-
is like $18
in real money.
So for-
I mean,
for
I know
a
their
big-
money's real, but I mean US.
in US.
So you got
the owing currency that matters.
So how much was it? Like
$18, and he also did a straight razor shave, and he was all high and stuff. And he just did the top, and
yeah.
I was like, no, and I like took my finger, I went, and that was the signal for. He was like, okay,
Beard trim.
I want to trim.
Give me the trim.
But and then I said,
For those of
keep
you
the
who are
beard."
listening, he was miming shaving his cheek lines and neckline. there.
Neckline. Yes.
Yeah, and then I typed into
Audio
my
audio podcast too, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
typed into my phone. I said, keep the beard.
Yeah. Don't shave off the beard.
But
Yeah. Tighten it up.
and he did it
High and tight.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So got that service, and it was $18 for
Damn.
that, and I was like, fuck it, here's like $25 or $30 or something. I think I gave him.
Right.
Nice.
It's like, here you go.
For a beer, a cut.
Well, I was gonna
shave.
say,
beer, a cut, and a smoke,
beer
and
and a
a-
smoke out.
And I was like, I should have gave him more.
yeah, that's
like,
that's a pretty goddamn good price.
yeah.
You can't get that here in the U.S.
I was astonished by this, because he's just offering a foreigner like just let's smoke this guy out. Like
Yeah.
I was just blown away by it. I couldn't believe it. It was
So did he
it's a
speak
fun-
much English?
No,
or-
he didn't. He said I don't speak.
So
he
you guys
didn't
just
say-
meshed being cool dudes. who don't speak the same language.
Right.
I think they do speak the same
They
language.
do speak the same
I
language.
think they speak the language
of
Yeah.
marijuana.
Marijuana. Iguana.
Beer, marijuana, and
Was it
haircuts.
iguana? You have an iguana? No.
I'm like,
you
Yeah, I
smoke
have
marijuana.
seen iguanas here.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. You have an iguana?
Which they do have, like, iguanas, like, hanging out on, like, the wall of the, like, the resort is, like, a... cut into the base of a
covered in
rock.
iguana
So,
shit.
and yeah. But there's just, like, a couple hanging out there, like, all the time. But, yeah, that was a good experience. And I went to my weed man also.
Weed man.
So if you go back and listen to the old episode, I don't even remember what episode was that.
Oh gosh.
It was like 4 or 5
Yeah.
Something like that. 5 or
early
6
on.
maybe.
No, he
But it's like, yeah, it
didn't.
was like a year ago. But anyways,
I don't even know if we had video.
yeah, maybe.
We only didn't have video for 3.
4,
Yeah.
3 or 4?
I think it's 3.
3 or 4. Man.
But anyways, yeah, earlier episode we also talked about last time Jake went to Mexico. He had to go and try and find weed, and he just walked around saying Malta,
Malta.
which is weed in Spanish.
Turns out they understand marijuana
you went
too.
to this one guy who had like a thing that
He was
you,
in the
you had
market
met before,
on,
right?
on the river. There's
You had met before.
river market.
You had met him years before, though, right?
You got
right.
You had like a guy in Mexico.
I've gotten weed from him now 3 times.
3 times
so you
over like a 5-year span, right?
Right.
straight
yeah.
up have
this pandemic, like
Yeah.
the
like,
Puerto
yeah.
Vallarta connection.
So
Yeah.
it's like you go back to the same stand every
Yeah.
couple years,
And I'm like-
and it's the same guy.
I'm
and
like, I
you're
think that's the guy. And then I
Remember-
go into
remember
his
me?
shop and I like make my way towards the back and I'm like looking up at stuff.
I don't
and,
really want to buy your.
And he was like,
things.
where do you live at, man? He like didn't recognize me at first, but after a while, he's like, hey, you were here before. He's like, when were you here last? I was like, last year around this time. And he's like, oh, okay, cool, man. Thanks for coming back.
you're
like, of course, man.
Can I get some weed?
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, how do you broach that subject again?
Again, I just did the universal smoke a joint gesture, and he was like, yeah, and he was like, took me even further back in the shop, like around this wall, and he was like, pulled it out of his pocket, like, same time,
yeah.
like way too much weed that I need,
Right.
and
But that's all you're gonna get.
yeah, and it was like a quarter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, and it costs $40. And then I bought this notebook too from his shop. This was $10.
Did you have a book like that one?
I
Similar?
did.
But,
Yeah,
Really,
yeah,
I bought
had-
the same kind of book.
yeah.
Yeah, you had one,
But different
like that
coloring.
before.
Right. No, but yeah, you've been carrying one.
If you're
like
looking
that
on YouTube,
around.
Yeah, it's my
a nice
my little
fancy-
notebook.
with Puerto Vallarta on the front.
Puerto
there.
Vallarta,
Yeah.
with a seahorse on either side.
And if you see this for
Leather.
sale in Puerto Vallarta, you can ask the guy selling it for weed,
Yeah,
and he'll sell it
he
to
sells
you.
weed.
Exactly.
I'm sure he probably makes those by hand.
Yeah.
Well, really high.
I tried to find just these have like little inserts, and I was trying to find just the little insert to replace
Oh,
because I'd written in every page front and back
Right.
in my old notebook, and I was like, fuck it,
because you use that on the podcast, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've got pages in there of like different podcast notes from different episodes.
Yeah.
So I just bought a new one, and so this and the bag of weed was $50.
Locally bought
was like-
here in town at Olympic Stationers.
Oh.
Support local.
Support
So-
local. I was supporting locally where I
just kidding. I'm
was.
just fucking with you.
Supporting his local Mexican weed
Yes,
dealer.
this is weed dealer.
Mm-hmm. And
So you got some weed from Mexico.
yep, and
Way too much again.
went to the store and was like, Papel Fumar.
Oh,
Fumar is
the
smoke, and then
the
Papel is paper.
papers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fumar Papel, and she brings up some,
No, they just
some
don't,
rolling
they, don't,
papers.
they don't sell like pipes in Mexico. Well, I guess
I-
not
I-
because weed's illegal.
Yeah, and
Weed
I
was
like
illegal
I
here,
never
and they sold pipes,
had
too.
seen pipes in any of the shops.
Yeah.
Well, I take that
Should have
back.
asked your barber where he got his bong.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Buy your bong
But I
too.
take that back because I was later on in the week searching through these shops and I found some pipes, but they're all like dicks or like a
Novelty
person with like a
pipes?
big dick, or like or like
like in a statue-esque, like
there's a
fertility statues, and it's like you have to suck out the dick.
And other like sexual erotica type.
They're like
pipes.
Hey, white people coming here on vacation. Yeah, you want to smoke some weed? We'll give you some weed, but you got to suck out of a dick to do it.
Well, Puerto Vallarta is very gay friendly, and it's like is it
the San Francisco of Mexico?
Right, yeah, but it seems to be tailored more towards men. There's like tons of like dude shops. Like I went
dude and bought shops.
Dude like shops. Tailored towards men, like designer clothes and stuff.
Okay, got you.
Like just but in pictures.
What do you buy at dude shops?
Yeah,
dudes.
I went to buy a shirt.
I bet there's a dude shop in Puerto Vallarta somewhere.
It's down a back alley, and you can buy it.
You gotta go. Guy takes you into the way back of the store.
What's the hole in the wall here?
Just the other side's the dude shop. So.
But I went and bought a T-shirt there, and the shop was called Liquid Men.
Wow.
Liquid Men. So that was obviously a gay clothing store.
Yeah, but they didn't ask me to prove it.
There's not a
you walked in, they're like,
it's not a test.
You walked in, they're like, he's at least bi. For sure. No, like, let him buy stuff here. No, he can look nice. He can look nice. Look at his haircut.
Yeah. And with the weed, I rolled joints again with that, and I would just take walks and go smoke. But I couldn't smoke at all. I still had like more than half, maybe.
What'd you do with it?
I gave it back to the barber.
No, you did?
Yeah, nice. I went back to the barber shop.
High five.
Yeah,
good
That's
man.
The shit.
Good
I was like,
man.
it was like the day before I left, and I was like,
can't take it on the plane.
Yeah, I wasn't just gonna throw it away. I was like, I don't know who else smokes weed around here or what. And I was like,
I know one guy.
I know one guy.
I know one guy.
And I took the bus down to town and went walking by that same barber shop, and I look in and I see him in there. I'm like, oh, sweet, he's working. And then I walk in there, and there's another guy that was sitting on the couch there. Like, I'm like, I feel weird about this, but I'm gonna pull out a bag of weed and just say marijuana, and I'm gonna point at you, and I go and just present it to him. Here you go. It's for me.
So you gave him a much better tip in the end.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
So he was able to smoke out all of his customers without worry for a while.
Definitely a way to get repeat business.
That's
though, right?
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can go get your haircut there anytime now.
Yeah.
Front of the line.
I won't get my haircut anywhere else. I'll just wait until next year. I'll just be all outgrown. I'm like, oh, please. I've been waiting for this again.
Let me go hang out with my homeboy in Mexico.
I tried to get my haircut sober, and I just couldn't anymore.
Can't do it anymore.
It just doesn't work for me like that anymore.
I can hear my hair screaming.
But yeah, well, Mexico, that was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah. So did you do anything else there?
Nope. He just got his hair cut and he smoked some weed. That's the whole trip.
That's the whole trip.
Late on
I was there for one day.
Yeah. No, we did do one big thing that was like $100 a person. And that was you take a boat out to the islands called the Marietas, and it's a national park, and it's home to about 90,000 birds.
Oh, right? So it's like small island. Like how big are the islands?
Like decent size, but like yeah. So we went on a snorkeling trip and to this place called the Hidden Beach, and which was fucking cool. It was pretty neat.
Was it hidden?
How did you find it to get there?
Yeah, I was gonna say
they marketed it as the Hidden Beach,
and but they know where it is.
What it is,
they know where it's at.
That's the trick.
There's a cave entrance to the island,
right?
And then you go in. And you go through a water cave where and then the roof of the cave had like collapsed at some point, leaving a circle opening for sun to come in, and then there was a beach. So it was like you had to swim through this sea cave to get to this beach.
That sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. It was kind of treacherous though. It was like the waves were going pretty big, and they're just like, jump off the boat, get off the boat. Nope, they gave us like
jump off, fuckers! It's Mexico.
A life jacket, and we met up with the boat that is like the Rangers, the Mexican Rangers, and they're like, could we go in? They're the ones that can ultimately say like, no, nobody in.
Yeah,
because it's kind of dangerous.
And they're like, we don't give a shit. You got some marijuana?
Yeah.
Do you want
waves were going up and down, up and down. We're like, we all jump off the boat and we're all swimming. And they're like, come on. Because we only have a half an hour. They allow only a half an hour per group of people because there's a lot of people that visit it. So pretty much the whole time is spent jumping into the water, swimming into the sea cave, getting in there, taking off your stuff, and taking a picture, like the iconic picture of like this cave skylight happening and down to the beach.
Pictures.
It's pretty neat. But like the way the cave is, there's a really, really strong current. And there's a low part in the cave where you actually have to, if the waves are high like they were today, they would push you all the way up to the cave ceiling.
So you have to be diving down.
You have to kind of dive and swim. And the way we did it was we had two guides. One guide was before the lowest part of the cave that we have to go under, and another guy was at the after.
Yeah. So he's like, "Go fucker, go fucker,
go!"
So
so we'd have to time it. He's like waiting for the waves, and he's like, "Go, go, go!" And we'd just go, just start frantically thrashing, dangerous. And then he'd like just push, and then the guy on the other side would just like pull you through and just like push you out. It was got a little bit manhandled there, but it was pretty cool, and they wouldn't let anybody over 65 on this trip.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, keep the olds out.
Yeah, you've seen enough.
Yeah,
flying from the top.
Yeah. So we were able to get in there, and then it widens out to this beach. But because it widens out every time the waves go down, it'll suck. It wants to suck you back through.
Oh yeah.
So you need to be a strong swimmer to get in there.
Damn.
And Christine and I got in there just fine, and we took our picture, and then they're like, "Okay, time to go." There's another group already coming in, and we had to get back out. And they gave us these like little hokey helmets too. They're like, mine's all like sideways, doesn't fit because it's way too large and like coming apart a little bit.
You're like, this isn't helping.
Yeah. But yeah, so you do that part. You go into the hidden beach. That was great, and then you get back into the boat and you go over to a couple little areas around. They show little areas around the island, and the big thing there was the boobies.
I'm a big fan of boobies.
Oh man, yeah. Oh god. Boobies were the bird, the boobies.
Oh. Okay.
There's these special blue-footed boobies. How'd you know about the boobies?
Oh,
are there other boobies other than the blue-footed ones?
There are yellow-footed boobies.
How come no one ever talks about them?
I know.
Because they're not as special.
Yeah.
They're more commonplace. The blue-footed boobies.
I like all boobies.
Are only in two places: in the Galapagos Islands and the Marietas.
Okay.
So while we're snorkeling, we were like going up, and we could see
boobies.
These boobies just all along the cliff,
just swimming towards swimming towards the boobies.
But yeah, like crazy, like neon blue type feet, like that pops.
I've seen pictures.
And then they're doing their like courting dance with their like female, and they're just like like doing their dance,
shaking
and
their
like,
boobies.
Check out these feet, you know. And they're like,
"You like these feet?" Yeah.
Did some snorkeling, saw some fish. That's what's underneath the water, if you were ever curious.
Yep. It's usually what's under there. I've heard of them.
Lots of different types and colors and
so
shapes.
You're
and
saying
sizes.
there's fish in the water,
right?
And boobies also?
No, boobies just in the air and on land.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just flying boobies
Those
around.
are the best places for them to be.
But the boobies, actually, they do this like dive. Like they'll like soar around for a while, and then they'll like spot a fish or whatever, and they'll
they go in the water.
do one of those dives.
So sometimes there's boobies in the water.
Yeah. Soaking wet boobies is also
and don't get your boobies wet because they can drown.
Yeah.
They don't have the oils.
Oh, they're not like a.
They're kind of like cormorants that have to dry themselves off. You see the cormorants like standing there down at.
Yeah,
and they're just like holding their wings out, like
trying to dry off.
Or dry me off, you know. But yeah, that was another good little adventure there.
Do you know any booby facts? Any other booby facts?
No, only the fact that there's 90,000 of them on the island.
Well, that's a fact.
Yeah, okay. But I said it earlier.
Well, you said there were 90,000 birds. I didn't know.
Well, I guess it's inhabited by boobies as far as the eye can see. Boobies everywhere.
If you put them together, it's 180,000.
Oh, saw some sea turtles on the same boat ride back. But as soon as we'd like slow down and try to get close to them, the sea turtles would be like, "Fuck you!" And they're like, they swim down, they disappear. No. And then we saw, we came across a group of bottlenose dolphins that were going doing their swim
dolphining.
Yeah, doing the porpoising like up and down. And
I think jumping in now is called dolphining.
They had there was one that the guide recognized. He's like, see that one with the fin? It had like this chewed up top dorsal fin.
That's Frank, and Frank's a dick. Everybody flick off Frank.
I did that. I gave that to Frank.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why his dorsal fin's fucked up.
And they called him
Frank crossed me, and Frank will never do again. Willie Frank.
You fuck off, Frank.
Yeah, fuck off, Frank.
Fuck your mother.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Frank the dolphin.
They called that dolphin bottle opener because the top of his fin looked like kind of like a bottle opener, and he's a bottlenose dolphin.
Bottlenose dolphin. I get it. Beer jokes for the win.
No, the guides did not smoke me out or give me any beer, but they said...
Didn't you have weed at this point?
Did you tell them this is Mexico?
Yeah. I thought this was Mexico.
My barber got me fucked up. You guys are the fucking guides.
But after you bought the weed, aren't you supposed to smoke them out?
Right?
Maybe the opportunity was missed on your end.
They're like, you could have stayed in there for 35 minutes.
Oh, no. Somebody didn't follow the rules.
No, it's 4:10.
And actually,
it's break time. We're at that 30-minute mark.
So that was really set a timer on your phone.
We're going to take a quick break.
All right.
And we're just going to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back shortly.
All right. See y'all in a minute.
Peace.
Small Town Jakes is brought to you by...
Today's Small Town Jakes episode is brought to you by Blunts, Beers, and Bowl Cuts.
Where we'll smoke you a blunt while we try to give you a bowl cut.
We'll also have you drink a beer. Maybe you'll get your hair cut, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just get stoned and have a couple beers. Anyways, thank you for our newest sponsor, Beers, Blunts, and Bowl Cuts. And I fucked that up. Sorry. But it's okay because our sponsor was here giving us beers and blunts earlier. Nobody got a bowl cut, but maybe next time. Welcome back to your regular scheduled podcast.
So,
don't worry about fucking up the product placements. They're not real anyway.
Yeah, exactly. If you thought that was a real
gonna be so
sponsor, you were fucking your way off.
Well, it does sound like a great place.
Yeah.
And I think I would love to spend my money at the fine establishment just like that.
Yep. Copyright Small Town Jakes podcast. So,
but bowl cuts I stopped getting when I was in high school.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit before high school before I stopped getting a whole bowl cut. But
we'll bring it back.
Yeah, maybe we should. You go first.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it works for you. And
we're bringing the 90s back one bowl cut at a time.
I'm gonna look straight into the camera and say, "Damn, I make this look good."
God, you try to do this, but you got so much gel in your hair that it doesn't move at all, and just goes crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And then you're like, yeah. Also sponsored by Nautica Cologne.
Oh, what was it?
Adidas.
No,
LA
Looks.
Moves.
LA
Looks. Yeah, we're also sponsored by LA Looks.
Got to be
Extreme Hold.
Got to be gelled.
LA looks when it's gotta not move.
We're also sponsored by Jinko Jeans. None of these companies are still around. We're sponsored by them, in heart. So
right.
Welcome,
so where were we?
Yes, welcome back, everybody. We were talking about Jake Wilson's trip to Mexico and how much fun he had, and how he didn't almost die this time, and he learned how to dance. Apparently, he can do a little salsa. So
it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Why don't you just ease it on somebody else?
Just easing the tension, baby.
Just ease it on somebody else. Welcome back, everybody. Now we think we're gonna quickly
talk about the new Tom Hanks movie that's coming out.
Oh my god,
good! Is there any
something
Tom
about
Hanks?
Otto? Something the man called Otto. He's supposed to be grumpy man.
No, he normally invites us to the red carpet.
Y'all know how much we.
But
love
I haven't
Tom
heard
Hanks,
anything this time, so I don't know.
I got an email. He was inviting me to the premiere, but I just didn't respond.
Oh, so you got invited and I didn't? That's how. Okay.
Dude, he just keeps on calling me over and over, and like my voicemail's full. And just like my voicemail says, like, if this is Tom Hanks, just stop calling. Like, I'll get a hold of you when I want to. So,
oh no,
leave a message after the beep.
We love Tom, but he's just so much. And that is a callback to people that used to listen to the podcast back in the day when we used to make Tom Hanks jokes.
Bring up all the time.
Yeah. So, we'll quickly move away from what Wilson's been doing and go back to what I've...
Get out of that topic as fast as possible.
We're done with that.
God, Jake.
Dude, half of this episode just been Wilson all the time, man. Come on. Half this podcast is about me, so let's just bring the attention towards
more like
me.
80% of this podcast is about
you. That's why I love this podcast.
That's why he got top billing in the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When we say
it's
Jake and Jake, he's actually
I'm the first Jake. It's in the contract.
Jake parentheses Crothers.
Yeah, and Jake parentheses Wilson.
Yeah.
So
the loser last person.
Fucking Jake Deuce. No. So I was gonna just talk a little bit about like kind of what I've been doing. Everybody kind of knew that I was like moving, got a new job. I was working, cooking for a while. Not doing that anymore. I just got a job this week, a couple days ago, back at Mervin Manufacturing. Woohoo! LibTech. I'm back.
Living it up.
Surprise.
I'm back went back to the Mervin family for a while.
Snowboard factory.
Yeah, just till I like figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life and shit.
I feel like Arrested Development, there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah,
there's always money in Mervin.
Oh, there's always money in Mervin. And I got a hold of them, like I put in my application like late one night, and they got a hold of me like the next morning, and they were like, yes, we want you back. I mean, we have to do an official interview, but when do you want to start?
Yeah.
Do you want to do finishing? Do you want to do layup? Do you want to do this? Do you want days? Do you want nights? And I was like, I just want the job I applied for that you have open. So,
I'm not a picky man.
yeah. So, going back to the Mervin family, welcomed me back with open arms.
Cool.
And
with arms wide open,
you can make a snowboard.
Yeah. Dude, Mervin's great, man.
So everybody who doesn't know, Mervin
Back
Manufacturing
Mervin.
is like the last U.S.-made snowboard company factory.
The largest.
The largest.
There are some others.
Largest and one of the last.
Yeah.
So that's where me and Wilson met.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
11 years ago or something.
Yep.
Yeah. 11 years ago.
In the middle of the night.
Circle of life going on here.
Yeah. Don't you dare meet another Jake.
We got to make snowballs.
I swear to God.
If I meet another Jake, I'm going to be like, no, I already have one. I'm good. I'm all jaked up. So I'm all jaked up on Mountain Dew. I'm going back. I'm going to do layup. I used to do finishing. And I'm going to go back and do layup because I started there like 13 years ago, but I haven't worked there in like 7 or 8 years.
So how long did you work there initially?
I worked there for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, physically, I don't really want to go back to doing finishing. Also, they didn't have any openings, but they were like, well, we can make an opening for you. And I was like, no, I want to do layup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back and do
whatever
layup.
you want, Jake. We'll give it
Just
to you.
please come back.
In other words, they were going to move somebody else around to put you where you wanted to be.
Yeah,
They're like, Robert, get out of here.
oh, seriously, Jake's back. He's a LibTech alumni. He was top of the charts for 3 years. But, I mean, I left on good terms with them and everything, and, like, I was the top finisher for 3 years. Like, I mean, I used to do all the pros boards and stuff like that and train all the people, so it's like, they were obviously like, yeah, we want you back, man.
Yeah. You'll show up to work.
Yeah. So I know some of the people that still work there, but like apparently it's mostly a new crowd.
So
But it's been so long since I've been
Base,
there.
fiberglass, core, fiberglass, top sheet. What?
No fiberglass.
There's a top fiberglass sheet.
I know. So I just told him, I was like, just train me like I'm just some new guy who just showed up, and I have no idea, even though I have laid up a board before and stuff, and like I know the whole process and shit like that. But I'm like, no, just treat me like I'm a newbie.
I've laid up
I've never even been here
thousands
before.
of boards.
Yeah. I've cut out and finished thousands of boards, but I've only laid up one.
I think I asked before, but how hard would it be to make a snowboard on your own?
Well, the thing is, what you need is a heated press.
You need a heated press. Put everything in.
That's the biggest thing.
That's a relatively simple thing.
Puts the
do.
weight on it and then heats it on both sides.
Right. No.
Yeah, and you could do it by various means, but to do it quickly and efficiently.
Well, no, that's not part. We're talking about making a snowboard here.
A snowboard.
It would still. It would.
You could
cost you
take a
so
sheet of
much money.
A sheet of plywood.
Yeah, but then you have to have it like you also have to have it like routed out perfectly, so it's like it's thicker in the middle and goes thinner at the base, and you know it's like there's a lot of.
Yeah, but you can make a shitty snowboard.
You could make a shit ass piece of you could make like a crappy
to make a LibTech snowboard,
snowboard.
you'd have to do some. I mean, they got a CNC sander that sands
they
in
got
a
all
gradual.
the technology that
yeah.
goes into
Yeah.
it with the magnet traction and the banana pop, and like I mean, there's so much shit that goes into their stuff. But to make a shitty snowboard you could ride, I don't even know how the fuck you do it.
I was under the impression that you could do your layup in layers to build your contours, but I don't know. I've never made a board.
Oh, I guess you could.
I've seen stuff constructed that way. I just don't know if that's common.
Yeah.
It'd be a bitch.
But you could cut it out of just a sheet of plywood, and you could make a snowboard that way, but it wouldn't be that good. You know?
Yeah. No,
You'd like Super 77 and like a slick base material onto it.
Yeah.
Find a way to attach your bindings, and
then you
you're
just
off and
dig
running.
your nose in constantly, and yeah. But
I remember the first time I got onto a LibTech snowboard, and I felt like I leveled up in snowboarding. I was instantly better.
yeah, going from another company to like just standing on a LibTech snowboard, it just like it puts your nose. I mean, just the technology that goes into the snowboards, it just is like, okay, this is gonna be so much easier than any other fucking snowboard.
Yeah, and it's commonplace now. Lots of other companies copied the initial shape contours that LibTech invented and whatnot. So.
I know my dad got a second, like a rejected magnet traction, and he was just like, "It's the best gripping board I've ever ridden."
Right. Yeah.
Just how it cuts through the ice and like it's like serrated on the side. So yeah,
The Chris Edge.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, LibTech's fucking great. So I'm back there for a little bit.
Cool.
Shout out to anybody who listens from LibTech. Probably nobody. What?
Well, you'll change that, right?
Yeah,
You
exactly. I'm
gotta
gonna
tell
come in and be
everybody
like,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Jeff Kemp, I want you to put out a memo.
I wanted to be told at lunch that there is a podcast from somebody who works here and somebody else who used to work here.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we would never have the podcast if Mervyn wasn't around. We would have probably never met.
Right?
We wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't be doing the podcast
It is
right
a
now.
small town, but it's not that small.
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be...
Yeah, and outside of snowboarding, they actually hate each other.
Yeah, exactly.
God, it's kind of terrible how I haven't been snowboarding in a few years now.
I haven't been on the snow in a long time.
I haven't snowboarded in like
do you guys want to go?
9 years.
You guys want to go this year? you want to go do a mountaintop?
Cold though.
Do you want to do a mountaintop podcast?
Oh my god, it's chilly. No, we should do it like
the good
with
thing
GoPros
about it is
as we're like going down the mountain.
I bet you
like
the acoustics
yelling
would be great because the snow absorbs sound and you would just get like some nice
deadening,
yeah,
crispy, a little snow falling in the background.
Yeah, that's how it sounds.
Yeah, that's what snow sounds like.
Crunchy snow.
It's crunchy fucking snow. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be back out there. I'm stoked to do it. Stoked to be back out there, and I can just like put my head down and get my shit done. Figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life.
Yeah, it's good, steady, constant work.
I can just put on my headphones and listen to my own podcast.
Yeah. I used to like watch movies and stuff while I laid up or edged.
Yeah, you just kind of listen.
Yeah, I watch movies while I edge too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, get it.
I get it. Masturbation jokes.
Yeah.
Ew, Jake,
almost.
gross.
No, I was talking about another edging.
Almost.
We're edging here.
Almost. Nice. Edging joke. Inappropriate. Thanks, guys. My mom listens to this podcast.
Not anymore.
Now I have to explain to her what that
Michelle.
is. Hey,
No, you don't, Jake.
Look it up on Google. Don't ask me.
She knows. Trust me.
So, I start back out there either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right on.
So
4 days a week?
Yep. Four tens. Yep.
That's a pretty cool schedule. I like 4 tens.
Yep. 5:30 to 3:30.
Yeah.
Morning shift. So I get off work at 3:30. And it's gonna be pretty fucking nice because you get off of work at 3:30 on Thursday. You have all Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, rest on Sunday, and fucking go back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. I get to fucking go and watch the fucking sunset every night, which I'm a sunset enthusiast and a fucking lonely ass motherfucker. So I can go fucking watch the sunset every night when I get off work. It's gonna be pretty fucking nice. I'm stoked.
So
it does suck that I'm completely changing my schedule because I was working nights.
Right.
So I was going to bed at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. Are you naturally a night owl or you? What do you think? Because they gave you the option to do whatever. You could have said like, "Give me back on nights."
No, I mean I could do that. I don't want to do nights. I mean I prefer getting up earlier and like having the afternoon and stuff to see friends and shit. Because when you're a night owl, it's like you just fucking sleep all day. You don't get to see anybody, and then you're working when you would be hanging out with anybody. So
right,
yeah.
It'll
be nice to be able to like hang out with friends and shit again, like do stuff after work for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we couldn't hang out on a lot of nights because you'd be working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm go to work a couple hours before you get off work, and then So that's gonna be sweet. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I want to hear more about it in the future.
Yeah.
Get on top
of
those.
We already said we're gonna fucking bring you out there one day.
Yeah, I was like, now that Jake's back, I'm gonna be like, go back and.
Can I roll through and say hi to everybody?
I don't even ask. I just like walk up onto the office and I just like barge into Jeff Kemp's office and say, "Hey, what's up, bitch?
What up, bitch?"
No, I wouldn't. Jeff, I love you.
Jeff is never gonna listen to our podcast.
Okay, right. Okay, don't worry about it, Jeff. I still love you.
You don't work there anymore. You don't have to fall into those balls.
No, I generally like him.
Jeff's a good dude.
He handles stuff very nicely.
Yeah. Well, when they left me a message,
balls?
Yes.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. When they called me and left me a message, I was like in the store when they called me to like have me come in for an interview, and they're like, "Yeah, we talked to like multiple people, and they all like you, and they all gave you good reference." And Jeff was just wondering, do you want to work finishing or do you want to work layup? Do you want to work days or nights? I was like, like, Jeff still works there.
Every position is open to you.
Yeah. We're still friends on Facebook, so.
Yeah. I remember one time I was feeling a little defeated, like I wasn't making enough money, and Jeff came by my press. I was laying up at the time, and I go, "Jeff, what do I got to do to make some real motherfucking money?" He's like, what?
He's like, what are you implying?
I'm like, I want wanna rub elbows with you up there, man. Like, let's get me up there. And he's like, no, I think you're gonna be better down here. He was right. He was right. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. But I just remember being like really bold and him being like taken back a little bit, and it was like,
it's like, oh shit, like
now I gotta answer
you're like,
this.
You're stuck down here.
We like you down here.
Yes, you do so good down here that
kind of like the old man in the boat in Waterworld. They open up the thing, and I just wanted to tell you that the black stuff is down to this far now.
That guy gets killed in a very unceremonious way.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, thank God," too.
Right? It's finally over.
Yeah. But yeah, I spent 8 years there. I totally love the people. I did
4 years there, but yeah.
Yeah. So, right on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be back there. So I'll have more lib stories. We need to do an actual lib. Now that I work there, we have to do an actual
Libcast 2022. Ooh. Yeah. We'll put a date on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, no, fuck. Now you're putting a date on it. Like, we only have a couple months to get it out there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We
can
still put it out
alumni,
in 2023 and just call it Lib 2022.
Yeah.
We'll just call the episode Lib 2022. We'll put it out next
confuse
year.
people.
Yeah.
Why not?
What?
Why not?
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it's gonna be a bitch. It has been a bitch. I've been just trying to switch over to trying to go to bed early, get up at 4 o'clock, and see how long I can make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I usually pass out at like 10 for a couple hours.
So that's what I like about you, man. You're like preparing for your role.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, going from a completely different, literally opposite schedule is gonna kind of suck, but yeah. So while we're discussing LibTech, let's go to a completely different topic: Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody!
What is it? The 23rd today is
at the time of recording.
At the time of recording, and then hopefully we'll be getting this out on Wednesday.
We'll rush this one out.
Yeah. And then we're gonna try to do something
because we're behind again
for Halloween.
Yeah, we missed another one just because of me.
Because Wilson's all fucking going vacationing.
I'm ruining the cadence.
Jet setter over here.
Ruining the cadence of release dates and whatnot. I don't even know if we were to look back on our schedule to see exactly what Wednesdays we're supposed to be releasing on.
It's a free podcast,
right? Yeah.
We're just happy.
Do we know what episode this is? Is it 27?
26, I believe. I believe 25 was the last one.
You're looking at the wrong person.
All right. Well,
let's see.
You, the listener, know because we have it in the title.
Yes. You watched it. You clicked on it.
You clicked on it.
So. I haven't written the title yet.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, what should we title this?
Dun, dun, dun. Blunts, beer,
blunts, and bowl cuts.
Yeah, that's a good one. Beers, bowls, and bowl cuts.
Yeah,
or beers, blunts, and bowl cuts. Yeah, you don't want to say bowl.
It's our new sponsor.
It's better to get
sounds better.
It might be more accurate to say bowls, but it's not as not as good.
Yeah, beers, bongs.
Beers, bongs.
Oh,
and bowl
beer
cuts.
bongs and bowl. Yeah, I need to say that one.
Well, no, bongs, beers, and bowl cuts because. If it's beer bongs, it just sounds like they're
right. Beers, blunts, and
beer bongs. God, I haven't taken we should do that sometime for the pod. Just do a live Instagram. I haven't taken a beer bong in like
a beer bong.
God, it's been like
we released
13
episode
years.
25 3 weeks ago. We're very late.
Oh, sorry guys.
And this is 26 for sure.
It's okay. I give you some time to go back on
exactly.
On some of the older ones that you haven't.
Go back and listen to the old ones.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. Which we were kind of going over this. Like we have a couple of them that were under listened that we think are very worthy of a little bit more attention.
So before we talk about those ones, we're gonna say that our favorite one, or at least my favorite, and also your favorite one, which was The Pursuit of Happiness Also depression.
Yeah.
Had just hit 100 views
Yeah,
on YouTube.
Right on. Nice.
YouTube, which I mean means nothing. I mean, because we're on everything else. So, but we got 100 views on YouTube, and that one was our favorite one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. That was around the fireside too, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, that was
nice.
First fireside podcast.
That was the one at my old place.
Yeah, at Will's old place right before he moved.
That wonderful fire pit that I left for the next tenant.
Lucky sons of bitches.
Yeah.
But that was our favorite. But then we were talking about underappreciated or not viewed as much.
Yeah, mine was camping. It's intense.
Yeah, that one was so goddamn
good. There was a lot of good stories on that because we've done
Yeah.
camp. We could probably do another camping episode just by the sheer amount of
stories
we have.
I have so many more. But yeah, I mean that one started out with the one where I fucking was taking a shit and I got stung by the bees and I had to run past everybody with
Donald ducking it
naked. Just a shirt on, but naked from the waist down.
Yeah, and there's also that guy that jumped into the fire that had to be saved because
had to get pulled out of the fucking pallet fire. Yeah.
Oh, good old pallet fires.
Yeah.
What was it? I said I was playing an episode today. For somebody, and I forgot what it was. Oh, it was the bar stories.
Bar stories.
Bar stories.
Yeah.
That one,
and we were laughing.
Also got unappreciated.
We were laughing
not
our
as many
asses
views
off.
as I thought it would.
It's genuinely funny.
Yeah. I mean, I guess most of them were my stories because you don't go to the bar that often. You didn't have too many.
That episode does start off with Wilson being way too drunk and being picked up at the bar by Christelle.
Yes,
and dancing.
It was right after.
That one time I blacked out.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know about the whole episode, but the lead-in story
and those people that
I don't black out.
Yeah,
often
that were talking to us and we were talking to them about the podcast, and they're like, because they're like, you guys are so funny and shit. And we're like, we have a podcast, and they're like, what? No. And we're like, yep, for real.
Yeah, so that was a fun.
And
they
kept on buying us drinks, and
I still want to get a poster made that we can like put up around town, just like ask people, hey, you want to put up this?
You want to get your haircut? Beers, bongs, and bulk.
But
no, we need to start putting that shit all
out
over
there a little bit.
We need to get stickers.
Yeah,
let us know if you want stickers.
We'll I predicted by next year that we'll have
them up around
500 view count on it.
500 view count.
I know, and we have $100 bet on this riding.
Chump change.
I told you I can get you 500 views. I can do it.
Do it. I'm ready.
All right.
We have to change what we're wearing, and
but yeah. So we're talking about Halloween.
Yeah. So what are you doing for Halloween? You got any plans?
I'm starting a D&D game.
Ooh.
We're doing a
Douches and Dumbasses.
I don't know what I'm going to be.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons, yes.
Okay. I don't know what I'm going to be. You can be whatever you want.
I know, right?
Whatever you want to be. You only have a couple days to figure it out, by the way.
I could be a dwarf rogue. I could be...
You can be whatever you want within the bounds of the rules.
You could be a rogue dwarf.
I could be a rogue dwarf, yeah.
Running around just fucking punching people in the knees and shit.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a cleric because I'm into like healing and keeping the party alive, resurrection, that sort of thing. Who knows if I'll
I take it you've never played D&D there.
No. I've never played
D&D. We could use a bard and you just cast a level 5 charm spell on me.
Oh, stop it. So wait, you're having a party? Is that what you're saying? Or you're going to a party?
He's forming a party is what he's doing.
Yeah, we're forming a party that it's going to be, I think, 6 of us?
Ooh,
6 of us.
It's a big group. 6 players or 5 in a DM?
5 in a DM.
5 in a DM.
DM's going to be...
Oh, so you guys are actually playing D&D.
Yeah.
What did you think was happening?
I just thought you guys were like dressing up together to go out for Halloween.
No, we're going to start a D&D game.
On Halloween?
Is it going to be Halloween themed? Is it spooky?
Is it on Halloween?
I don't know. The DM is...
Who's DMing?
My sister-in-law, Maggie.
Okay.
Maggie
has she DM'd before?
Shout out to Maggie, listener.
No, she did DM before, and she was like, I really like your podcast. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's different.
DM'd you.
Yeah.
Okay, slid right into them DMs.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna give it a shot. She's never,
So she's
never
it's
had.
first time? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a fun learning experience with a first time DM.
Yeah.
Some people pick it up and they just run with it, and other people are like, "Oh my god, it's way harder than I thought."
Yeah.
I especially like when they go, "Oh my god, it's way harder than I thought," because I go, "I know." It's really hard.
Halloween's what next?
It's coming up fast.
Like
Next
a week?
Monday. The
Is it
following Monday?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I know. I was thinking we could do some kind of Instagram live thing.
Yeah. I'd be down.
Yeah.
We can do a live
We
thing.
could do.
What
we can do something.
What platform you want to go live on? Theoretically, I can plug
We
this.
should do some like YouTube Shorts or something.
We could do YouTube. We can plug that camera into it,
Or we could just do like an Instagram live, like happy Halloween, everybody, and just do like a bullshit and
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure something out. So you're doing that on on Halloween Day?
I believe that's the idea.
I like the idea of costume and doing shorts for promotions. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get that shit together. I swear, we'll totally do that.
It's probably not going to happen.
No, I'm going. I think I'm going over to my friend's sister is having a Halloween party, and I think we're going over there. And I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for a costume. Cause I not planned this shit out, and now I just like don't really have the money.
Last minute costume
to buy
ideas.
anything. I gotta figure something out. So I'll figure something out.
Just carry a fan around and be like, I'm a fan of the Small Town Jake's podcast.
Everybody, yeah. No, just be
actually,
like,
you could
I'll
just
put a name tag on and just put Jake W.
Just wear headphones around and tell everyone you're a podcaster.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and carry a mic too.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah. If I can get like a little mic, just be like, hey, I'm actually a podcaster.
You're like, I'm a middle-aged white guy and I have a podcast.
yeah, I'm a middle-aged white guy, so obviously I'm a podcaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still got to figure that shit out. So it'll be a short party because I'm gonna have to.
So comment below with ideas for cheap costumes for Jake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
last minute ideas.
Fuck, maybe I'll just go as a cholo again. Still got all the shit,
Still got all this shit.
the tattoos and stuff. But
That was good. That was a good one.
for those of you who didn't listen last year, I went as a white cholo.
Very, very controversial.
Very.
Were you a white cholo or were you just white and being a cholo? I mean, like, were you...
I was white and being a cholo.
Okay.
A white cholo. Yes. It wasn't controversial. Everybody at the bar.
I know.
Everybody
It's
thought
not,
it was
it's
fun,
not.
but I did have a couple people be like,
ASA,
racist.
my culture is not your costume.
racist, and I'm like, no, it's just I can be another. I can dress up as
They have
whatever
a
the fuck you
style. They
want.
have an aesthetic. Like,
Yeah, I
that's it.
had the
That's
fucking
whole-
long shorts and the high socks and the fucking oversized shirt and the
Yeah.
fucking bandana and stuff, and I looked pretty good. I didn't use an accent.
Do we want to go into my hunting trip? It's not much.
Oh yeah. I guess we're
well,
what
so-
are we at in time?
We're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's quickly go into more of Jake Wilson stuff. So, done with my shit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So Wilson has been gone for so long because he went down
Yeah.
to Mexico for a week, and then he was in town for a day.
A whole day.
One day.
He
part
very
of a day.
very graciously tried to schedule a podcast recording for the one day, and I was like, "Oh,
It didn't work out very well.
I appreciate
spent the whole day.
I like the
trying to-
idea, but that was not gonna."
Yeah.
So Wilson was back in town for a day, packed up, and then you went to Eastern Washington to go
Yeah.
hunting.
Ooh. Yeah. Curlew,
People.
Washington. Look
People.
it up.
He was hunting
It's
people, right?
The most dangerous game.
Just the homeless.
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever see
I mean,
that movie?
who else
What
do they-
movie was that? Where they like picked up like a homeless guy and they like.
I don't know, Wilson. This just sounds a little bit too personal. I don't know. This was.
And then there was that one. God. Okay. Never mind.
No,
you guys
I'm
haven't
just
seen
kidding.
it.
No, I'm sure there's. Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I was got back from Mexico and had to like immediately do my laundry, get packed up to go hunting, like a totally opposite type of. I went from
being super chill and relaxed to
like warm,
to hunting in East Washington,
stealthy walking around the woods looking for animals.
So stealthy, you found a bunch, right?
I saw. Okay,
I saw so many squirrels. And
spoiler alert, dude! There was actually so many. I want to call them chipmunks because they had
the 22. You didn't shoot any of them.
There was one that I was like, I could shoot you right now because it was like,
told him.
It was just yelling at me, and I was like so pissed off that it was just like giving away my location and everything. It was like that was talking to the rabbit Thumper, and then Bambi was like, "What?
Whoa, dude! I don't know about this.
Yeah,
stay away from that area."
So yeah, that was cool.
You went hunting. You guys were hunting grouse and blacktail,
grouse, white-tailed deer, and mule deer.
Whitetail and
obviously we wanted to get deer and not grouse, but grouse is a nice.
But you didn't get either.
Nothing. No grouse. No deer. The whole party of us. There was 4 of us. My dad didn't have a hunting license because he's out of state now, and the out of state hunting license costs a lot.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like acted as our guide, and went out there, and it's kind of like glamping, really. I don't want to say like
I saw the photos.
Yeah, we have a huge
tent. It wasn't
tent
glamping, but
with a stove in it. So it's a heated tent. Canvas tent with like a metal frame, and then we had a second tent, like a second 10-man tent is what it was labeled as, but 10 people in there is not.
It's like 10 people on the ground.
Yeah, nuts to butts.
Not 10 people. Nuts to butts.
But yeah, we had like a food.
Usually I say butts to butts, but it's just me.
And yeah,
that leaves
like,
2 guys nuts to nuts.
Shut
and
up,
nobody
Will.
wants that.
Shut up, Will.
You gotta stare into his eyes while you're trying to go to sleep.
I'm just thinking about closing my eyes, but I can't, man. Neither can I, man. Okay, so that's not what it was like.
There was no one was gazing into anyone's eyes. So it was you, your dad, your brother, and your brother-in-law.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you brought all the bullets for your gun, right?
Okay. So there was a mishap.
Oh.
We were packing everything up and taking things out of the gun safe and whatnot, and my brother-in-law was kind of in charge of that, and he was like packing up this ammo canister for all of our ammo.
Jeremy.
And he grabbed a box of 280 caliber rifle bullets, and that's the bullets for the gun that I was going to be using. And when we got there, I opened up the box and I pulled it out, and all I saw were empty bullet casings.
So they were all spent, like for
spent.
They're just back in the box for reloading,
right?
And
I look at my dad.
Now,
bullet tips.
Now
you just got casings. You got no
I have
tips.
handled ammunition before, and empty casings and full bullets way different.
They do.
That should have been a.
This is Jeremy's first hunting trip he was ever on.
So we're not throwing him under the bus too badly.
No.
He's under the bus. Half my fault too for
it's
not verifying.
It's not like he fucked anything else up.
See, he knows the story, so he's like leading it on. Yeah. Unfortunately, a gun got left behind at a hotel, and they're currently driving back to Wenatchee and back to go pick up.
I had to fucking drive back to Wenatchee to go pick up the Glock.
Yeah, my dead uncle's Glock that is very special to all of us.
Yeah.
I shot, and dude, it is so hard to aim with a pistol.
Yeah.
Like we set up a 30 yard thing, and I'm like sitting there just.
It's hard.
And
movies make it look real easy.
It's hard enough to just hit the paper, the paper square for the target. It's shooting a pistol is very inaccurate. They're not very accurate. It should be
a close, within like a 10 feet thing.
Yeah. Movies and everything make it look way easier. Like
you don't just shoot somebody from like 20 yards or 30 yards away. It's like the bullet's just like meow.
Yeah.
It's like that's why everybody misses in the movies though. It's because they're shooting from 30 feet away.
And greater. Yeah. That's hard on a pistol. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to buy a pistol anymore because of how inaccurate they are.
Oh, who are you shooting from that far away?
I like target shooting and stuff.
Yeah, they're nice to have, but yeah, you gotta realize the limitations.
Yeah, so I'm a 22 guy myself.
Yeah, 22s are great. The bullets are cheap, and you can
find them, you can
plink away. And
yeah. So you guys went there. Jeremy forgot your bullets. You guys didn't get any deer.
Didn't get any deer. We spent. It wasn't for a lack of trying. We spent like every waking hour. We'd wake up before the sun came up, and we'd go out just as the sun was coming out, and you could see. And then we'd spend a few hours out there. We'd come back, and we'd eat.
And you guys were kind of on like the top of a mountainside.
Yes. This spot that my dad has found and has hunted at for over 20 years is amazing. It's on top of this mountain, and it's overlooking all these other mountains. Yeah. It's a terrific. I saw photos. It's a terrific place to do shrooms.
Pretty romantic. Yeah, I was like, we should just go up there and camp. I didn't need to shoot anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was sighting. There was a bear that got into a camp that we heard about that like strewn apart their like trash bag and stuff. So, and we didn't have like bear cans. We just had like ice chest full of food and stuff. Luckily, we had it all in another tent.
Yeah,
so,
you guys were in one tent and the food was in the other.
In the first morning, my brother went out up onto the ridgeline and was looking around. He saw a deer and a doe, and then
a female deer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
And then, no joke, he ran into a cougar.
What?
Yeah, I didn't tell you this.
No.
But my brother was like 100 feet away from a cougar.
Was she like late 40s with a lot of makeup and push-up bra?
No, the animal, kind of cougar. The animal kind.
The animal kind. Okay.
And later found that there was like a kill that apparently it had been kind of feasting on, and it didn't bug him. It saw him and then like kind of sauntered off. But
lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, he was just like blown away by it. He was like kind of hyperventilating afterwards because like those big cats, man, they can take you down if they want.
I've seen cougars in the wild.
House cats can take you down if they want. I swear to God.
Just imagine that thing scratching your ankles.
Yeah.
It's down to the bone.
Yeah. Let's see. So we would hunt in the morning, and we'd come back and we eat a quote unquote breakfast, but it was already almost lunch.
Yeah.
And then you'd go out for the midday hunt, go out for a couple hours, come back, eat, and then you go out for the evening hunt. And we did that for 4 straight days. And I journaled all of it.
Oh my God.
A lot of it is like we're still walking through woods and we don't see anything.
Is it as fun as the journaling from when I was taking acid?
Is there poetry?
Is there fucking poetry? Because when I was journaling taking acid, I read poetry.
She's like, so cold, the morning crisp air, no deer anywhere.
That's a good one. Man, you should be a poet.
No deer want beer.
But yeah, Jeremy saw a 4-point buck, a big mule deer.
Why didn't he shoot it?
And it was probably about 600 yards away.
Oh, fuck. I mean,
so he went down a valley and then came up and tried to like follow it and
get a better shot. That's a lot of football fields away.
It did not, and that charged him up. He was like, "I'm going out again." Like he got all buck fever about it. we had some fun times coming back. We were playing cornhole out there, just like in the field, and we were having a tournament going on, and I was winning 2 out of 3, and then
when you had a win. Didn't kill a deer, but got a win.
I got a win, right? We went to Wenatchee on the way back. Is where we stopped off to like do the halfway point.
Yeah,
and went to a steakhouse and like got all like drunk and
ate steaks.
It was I had a happy hour, and we like had a real toilet for once. Like this whole time I didn't have a real toilet. It's like just squatting in the woods, man. And we set up the cornhole in the hotel room. It was just big enough. If we opened up the sliding glass door and then went out onto the patio, we were on first floor.
Yeah,
we could have regulation size cornhole. So we were playing in.
So you guys went on like third floor, like whap. Damn. Yes. So you
cornhole.
Yes, cornhole.
High
yes.
fives.
And the people below you were like, "Fuck you, assholes." So you guys were on the bottom floor playing cornhole, but you had to open for regulation size.
Right. Yeah. No. It was it was a pretty technical game because like you couldn't throw really high to like let it drop down because you'd hit a ceiling or you had to go through a sliding glass door. It's like It was like
your accuracy's got.
I felt like it was more interesting than the cornhole Olympics that there are. There are like sponsored cornhole players that like have like IGS General Store, and
they're sponsored by
that's a local general.
This is a local joke.
This is
Napa
Wilder
Auto Parts. That's fucking cool.
But
so did you win at cornhole then too?
I won one game, and Jeremy was like, "Fucking, let's go again." And then I lost that next game. And then I was like, "Okay, now we're 2-2. Let's stop." I was not doing well. I was
just
like,
toss him a knife, and you have a knife. Just be like, "Let's end this.
Let's end this tie.
Let's finish this tie." Cornhole rules. Yeah.
But it was great to be out there.
Well, no, I mean
amongst the nature and being like calm and like just being one with nature, like just really connecting with everything, and that was a really nice feeling to.
I've been doing that a lot. Like this I had a fucking week off. I didn't have any work for a week, so. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to drive around, but that's kind of what that's like my favorite thing to do is drive around and go to places. So I've been doing that, just fucking hitting up all the beaches, my favorite places like Crescent Beach, Freshwater Bay. I went out to swim, went out to Voice of America for a day.
Nice.
Went out to...
You okay there?
Checked out the...
Yeah.
Will's falling asleep over
here.
I'm sorry, I'm not as entertaining as I should be. But...
Voice of America is great.
Like, IPA has made me sleepy, guys. I'm sorry. It's just the right level of buzz.
IPA,
it's a double.
But I've just been.
Those spots are great.
Going to all my fucking favorite spots, out to the lake and stuff, and just going chilling somewhere and drinking a beer and having a fucking bowl and relaxing, and just fucking
cheersing the sunset.
Exactly, getting my mindset right and just fucking So, I think that, I'm fucking... It's nice to be back out in nature. Just sit there for a while. Even if you're all by yourself. Or with 4 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Man, we hunted so hard that we didn't... Like, the closest thing to a shower that we got was what's called... A horse bath.
Yeah.
You just like kind of scrub your pits.
Get the pits, get the face.
Yeah, and we could heat up water.
At the end, you kind of get
next
down to the
fire. Yeah.
I think that's the last thing you hit.
Yep. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't go balls to face.
Don't go balls to face or balls to armpit. You always go face, armpit, balls. Just so everybody out there knows.
Armpit, change to a new thing. You don't want your armpit all over your balls. I don't know. Is that too much?
Face, armpit, feet, and balls. Feet and balls. Face, armpit.
I like that. I like that.
Maybe balls.
I'm gonna sing that in the shower now.
Balls and feet.
You don't want to get athletes.
Face, armpit, knees, and balls. Then
I don't
toes.
want athletes' balls.
Athletes' balls.
Face, armpits, balls, and toes.
Balls and toes.
But that means you got like ball sweat on your feet. You give a shit?
No.
All right. Well, there you
Well,
go.
your feet are all the way at the bottom. They get rinsed off
Exactly,
quite a bit.
yeah.
So,
All right.
you know.
Okay, I think we're done with this topic. We really appreciate you guys coming back. We're gonna take a break and probably come back for after hours.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe
I'm down.
not. But we love you guys. We appreciate you coming back and listening to our shit. And do you have anything else to say?
Armpits, knees, and balls.
Knees and balls. Okay. How knees get? You watching your knees a lot?
I thought you were going to try to buy weed in Spanish.
All right. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. What you got?
Check.
All right, we're gonna introduce a new segment where we do made up sponsors.
You don't have to say that. Obviously, they're going to be made up when they hear them.
Oh, real life sponsors.
Welcome back to the After Hours, and these are real sponsors that could be sponsoring these podcasts. So, would you like to go first?
Yes. We'll do Carl's Corn. Carl's Corn is the best corn, and it has the juice.
Carl's Corn. It has the juice. We may have taken a little break between when we stopped and when we came back.
I sure do love me some of that corn juice.
It has the juice.
Just like Mama used to make.
Man.
Corny.
I couldn't imagine
From
a more
real
beautiful thing.
Carl's Corn user over here. It's the best corn ever.
Those that know, no.
It's got the juice. We don't even know what that means, but it's got it. Carl's Corn. Okay, let's
Don't
move on.
settle for juiceless corn.
What you got?
Carl's, baby.
Carl's.
Well, no, I was thinking one that that would be very on brand, and it was going to be 2 Jakes, 1 paintball gun, and you get to pay. It's $50, and then you get to choose which Jake gets the paintball gun.
Okay.
The other Jake has 5 seconds to run, and we see what happens.
So basically, someone just gets to pay money to have one Jake shoot at the other Jake.
Yes.
The other.
And hopefully it's like
what
50.
Jake do you want to shoot?
Exactly. Hopefully it like goes
geez.
back and forth like 50-50, and like I get the gun sometimes, and sometimes he gets the paintball gun.
Oh, you know what? I was actually.
But hopefully it's not like just every
I
time somebody
participated
gives.
in a festival booth, right, when I was a kid, and I played paintball. I participated in a booth that would let you shoot paintballs at us as we like tried to like jump from.
Oh, see, you already have experience in this. This is okay. So, yes, it's the new sponsor.
I forgot about
Possible new
that.
sponsor.
Oh man, that was fun.
Did you get shot a lot?
Oh yeah.
I was quick. I was fast. Like people couldn't shoot me, but yeah, I'd get hit.
Oh, I guess I didn't really do it in like a sponsor voice. So.
Do it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna just get in the mode, okay. All right. So, okay. 2 Jakes, 1 paintball gun. Watch 2 fuckers shoot each other. $50 a piece.
I imagined it would be cheaper.
No.
like $50. Make them pay.
That
Every
is
day.
a high barrier to entry.
50 cents. Let's just do 50 cents.
50 cents.
That won't even pay for the CO2.
Please don't get a hold. Yeah, please don't get a hold of us because we can't pay for the PayPal.
We got to figure it out. Okay, the business. Okay,
I just figured the first couple would pay for
price.
The gun
may vary,
and the
price may vary.
Price may market price on the paintballs. I think. I think you need to charge.
I'm not trying to lose money on this business.
No, I think you need to charge.
You're just trying to get Jake shot up.
You guys are going way too far. These are fake advertisements. You guys are like, no, we're gonna do this.
I think you need to do it. It's per paintball. You get a hopper. You get a hopper with however
Peter's
many
paintball shop. Come on down.
I want to find.
It's right next to Carl's Corn. It's got the juice.
Tell him Peter sent you.
Man, I went out last week and got juiced and did paintball.
Yeah. So.
So number 3. Here we go.
Yeah. I don't have any more. Do you have any?
I'm just making these up as I go.
I know we do.
And I'm stalling and Peter's stair maker.
I think Peter owns a lot of businesses.
You're all petered out, man. I think you're all petered out.
Okay.
Also, he just picked a peck of pickled peppers, and that dude,
he's done.
He's going to the farmer's market.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys coming back for our stupid after hours, and we love you, and we appreciate you guys coming back.
And if you have an obscure business that you would like to sponsor,
if your name is
Peter,
we will
do the voices for you.
And you have a small business,
it could be anybody like Sarah, Susan, Sally, just S words probably because they roll off the tongue.
Yes. So Sarah and Susan, Sally.
Robert Ricardo's renovation.
Okay, I think we're done.
Okay, well,
no look high five.
Oh wait! I immediately looked.
No look handshake.
That's like saying don't look and somebody looks immediately.
All right, we got that. All right, have a good night, you guys.
Oh, okay. All right, I figured it out.
Yep. All right.
Bye.